Sudeep, we'll leave it on that note for today. Thanks for joining in. Let's quickly recap. A day that's finally seen some green on the screen. I mean, after 5 consecutive days of fall, at least the 6th day, we've got a bit of a gain, 177 points higher on the Nifty, and almost an equal amount of gain coming in for the midcap index. It was really banks leading from the front. So if you look at the Nifty, it's financials that are leading the charge. Shriram Finance, 5.5% higher. ICICI Bank, 3%. You have names like SBI also chipping in. There is actually HDFC Bank didn't quite participate. That was playing a bit of a spoil sport. So those are some of the major financial names. Other than that, Adani Enterprises, 4%. Wipro, JSW Steel, these are stocks on the higher side, even Tata Steel for that matter. So some of the metal names are shining well today, and some buying coming back to autos, which have been beaten down very hard. So M&M, Eicher, Tata Motors, some of these stocks had a little bit of green on them. The bell has gone. The downside comes in the form of Coal India, disappointing Q2 performance. Bajaj Auto was lower. And the banks that didn't go on the green side today include Axis Bank and Kotak Mahindra Bank. So those two were the disappointing names, but not a bad day for midcaps today.
The midcap index up nearly 1%, strong advance decline ratio, 1750 stocks advancing for about 800 stocks declining. Vari Energies, the new IPO, strong listing. The stock ends with a gain of 56%. And then you had a whole host of banks, so Indian Bank, Bandhan Bank, financials in general. So Poonawalla FinCorp, where there was a loss, but the stock closed up with a gain of 8%. Canara Bank, Yes Bank, all moving up. First Source, Arvind, BHEL are some of the other stocks reacting to their numbers. On the way down, I think Interglobe Aviation is a stock that deserves mention. The first loss in 7 quarters, and softness seen in names like an SBI Cards, Indian Hotels, CMS Info, Z Media too, BEL too. Add that to that list, reacting to numbers, and IOC.
No, absolutely, and lots and lots of individual large movers in terms of sort of specific stocks. So I'll just look at what was down. Look at something like a Craftsman Auto. It's come off sharply as a well-owned name. The high was 7,100 plus. Stocks under 5,000 rupees now in what 12, 13 trading sessions. Look at something like Action Construction Equipment. Again, pretty large sort of sell-off from the highs. MGL sold off quite aggressively today. So no recovery. I mean, of course, big sell-off happened when the APM allocation was cut. There wasn't any recovery at all. The high was almost 2,000 rupees. Stocks at about 1,400 as of today's close. Voltamp Transformers is another one. Big cut from the highs, and very quickly the high I think was about almost 15,000 rupees. Stocks at about 10,000 now, 10,500. So it's a large sort of power transformer company. CG Power, Chola Finance, Indigo are some of the others which saw cuts coming in today. The two big movers on Friday, one is Dixon, which lost 10%. The other is Indicin, which was down 20%. Both saw some small minor recoveries. So 1.5% on Dixon, and Indicin ended about 1.25% in the green as well. It's about 1,054. So that's the market for you. But 1% gains, at least frontline indices. That's how we close it. Thank you very much for staying with us here on this edition of Closing Bell. From all of us here, it's goodbye, but stay with us because Reema and I